multiple times. Look at that. He goes right through that fence.
Oh my
onto
God.
the train tracks. We're in Commerce
Slowly
right
check for
now.
toes.
He was northbound on the 5, and look at this. He is just totally off-roading. He's going to destroy those tires. That's for sure. And he's going to, oh, it almost hits that.
This guy's going crazy.
Like some sort of solar
oh
panel,
my
but look
God.
at, he's just fishtailing, off-roading here. This is off the 5 freeway near this, actually west of the 710, very close to the Commerce train yard. In fact, these tracks lead you right into the Commerce train yard. But you see this driver in a stolen vehicle. Lakewood Sheriffs went into pursuit about 20 minutes ago or so.
Did he do the vault before this?
Driving very erratic, did get on the 605 freeway in the wrong direction in heavy traffic, was riding on the shoulder of the road, did make it up into the Montebello area, was driving very recklessly on surface streets, made his way back to the 5 freeway north.
Guys,
where he
this guy is terrible, guys. He's not going for the tunnels.
The
he got the tunnels and then do a bike swap.
So this driver was taking any route he could, and then he goes off surface streets here, and now along the tracks. Look at this. It's just unbelievable to see this car jump the tracks like this and continue. He's in a westbound or maybe northwest direction right now, heading towards downtown LA, but let me come out to a wide shot so you can see exactly what's ahead of him. He's got nothing but tracks up here, and he's going to probably look for a street that's going to dump out onto, or the tracks that are going to dump out onto
I
the street.
wonder what the noise it must be on the tracks with the car.
Ahead of him, and he's just going to destroy that vehicle.
Who was initially, you said Lakewood Sheriffs, is that who was behind him when
the
he
car
just
can
went
take
through
it
this
for
fence
sure
as well?
Yeah, look at that. Oh, the door's opening. That's it for the car. He's done. He's going to come out of a
oh no, his wheel's sideways.
Make his way running here, and this pursuit's going to be over as far as the car goes, but on tracks, we don't know if that car is going to impact any trains. And here's what train, he's going to maybe try to jump that track. We're going to try to get around the other side to see if he makes it up onto that train, but we're going to have to move quickly to see that happen. But at this point, there he is. He's still trying to maybe get onto that train. That's a very dangerous move. He's got nowhere to go.
Oh my God!
Airship coming across.
Fuck! I just saw a second helicopter.
Some other trains. But,
dude, I thought it was gonna crash. Yeah, I don't know what. I thought it was gonna get bombed
underneath the rail cars here, but again, the airship calling it. They have eyes on the. There he goes. He comes back out, and we're gonna try to make our way back to the other side to see where he goes. But again, this car just coming onto the tracks like he did there. Finally coming to an end. Now he's on foot trying to get around.
No train hopping.
Running there northbound again. There's the airship once again, but nowhere to go. There's the car. He's running back towards the car right now. So we'll see if he tries to get back in it or not. But hopefully this train track is not active because train's going to run right through that car.
Gil, initially this came in a stolen vehicle. Have we heard anything about him being armed or any information about him?
I mean, where is he going?
Unfortunately, no word on if the driver here is armed or not. But so
it's
far
barbed wire, you fucking knucklehead.
Carrying anything like that. Nope, he's not going to be able to make it over the fence. So we're
yeah, it's
try
barbed.
To get back. He's giving us a hard time up here. He's trying to get between rail cars and fences. But here he is walking now. He's kind of out of steam. It looks like he's pulling something out from around his neck. We'll see what that is. But
it's a phone. He's on the phone.
The deputies from LA County Sheriffs are going to try to get into position.
Yo, this commentator, he's on the phone.
It looks like he might have a phone to his ear. I'm not sure what that is.
It looks like he's holding some sort of a smartphone. Gil, we saw the sheriff's helicopter fly through your shot. Just in terms of perspective, does it look like law enforcement is closing in on him, whether it's officers or perhaps deputies?
Well, here's the problem, Glenn. You're looking at where it ended up there. Oh, okay, so we are seeing some deputies here. Maybe that's why he didn't jump the fence, because he saw them. So they're close. They're really close by, and he's back to the vehicle and maybe in the rear of that vehicle. And it could end up being a standoff here with the driver because he's back into the vehicle, I should say.
A standoff?
Deputies are close by, but so far they don't really have great access to him other than
guys, why is the heli spinning?
So
why not just stay in place?
Let's back up to where he was when he broke through that fence onto the tracks. Was he on a side surface road, or was there a reason why you think that he needed to go there? Was he going to be trapped at the end of the road?
You know, that's a good question. I didn't
guys, it's
see
spinning.
exactly where he was headed. might have been the fact that he saw some sheriff's
For fun, to
vehicles
dodge
ahead of him and
RPGs?
made a turn into a property, much like the property there on the right-hand side. I'll zoom in. He turned into an area such as this here and busted right through the fence, but it was a ways back, and he traveled quite a distance until here he lost control. But let me come back in here and make sure that the guy didn't get out of my view.
Because he's low?
I think he's back in the vehicle because it does appear that the doors on that Chevy are
Wait,
now closed.
if you
They
fly
were
low,
open
you
for
have to
some
spin it?
time, and it appears that they're closed right now. Is that correct?
There you go. Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah. I'm hearing that there's some deputies coming up the tracks the same direction this driver was taking, and there he is. So yeah, you're right, Glenn. Thank you for that. And he's now waving him on. What is he doing there?
Oh.
He's going to go back into the car.
And
now we're hearing. Yeah, that's what it is. We're hearing now that the driver has a weapon. So we're going to keep a wide shot on this. He's pretty erratic, and he's on the phone. He might be on the phone with the deputies right now.
Bila's head popped.
This breaking news happened.
5 freeway.
Guy Lafleur has died at the age of 70 years old. Frown.
Running for it. There comes another passenger out of the back seat. These kids are struggling, and look at this. He's getting back in the vehicle. Another one back in the vehicle, and finally, CHP in the pursuit now, right by, is that CHP or Sheriff's? Yeah, CHP right behind him here. We're going to forget about that one passenger, but we now know of the driver and at least one other passenger. These were young men that jumped out of that vehicle, and now the pursuit continues through the Santa Clarita Valley.
936.
Very, very dangerous.
Extremely dangerous.
Right, considered armed, all three of them, so that's a very dangerous situation there, and just the way he's driving through these.
Oh my God, this guy's fucking nuts.
Going the wrong way now, jumped that median, and he is continuing the wrong way on Valencia Boulevard, approaching Railroad Avenue. Look at this, continuing with LAP. Look at this.
Oh,
my God.
shit.
Oh my God.
Holy shit, this guy.
Collision. Very, very close.
Holy.
A very close call there. One of several that we've seen here, and it's just getting more and more aggressive by the second. At least he's going the right way now, but showing no signs of slowing down.
Not at all.
And I think about that guy who jumped out of the vehicle, and then now he jumped back in the vehicle, and how did he change his destiny when it comes to how this thing is going to play out? It's so dangerous the way they're driving right now. If they're insistent on continuing this is not going to end in a good way. It's going to be a tragedy.
Yeah, I
Guys,
think
in heavy traffic like that, with how they're going, shouldn't they just give up on pursuing and just continue with the heli?
An opportunity to
And just get officers far back down and just communicate, because there's no point chasing in the middle of the fucking city like that.
Back in the vehicle. That's what it seems like happened there, but they have no chance of getting away after this. I mean, this is absolutely a dangerous pursuit that law enforcement just can't let this go. This has to come to a stop immediately. So you're going to see this entire area flooded with black and whites here within the next few minutes as he continues now through this parking lot and now coming back out the other side, back onto Valencia.
No, they can't have from heli. Trust me.
Traffic.
Dude, okay, I don't want to be RP Andy, but unless they have a plan, okay, I've seen a bunch of footage from helis, okay? We see that all the time. Trust me, dude. In IRL, okay, it is, guys, I don't like using gamer words. It's fucking OP. Helis are fucking broken.
Soledad, and what was that?
Absolutely busted.
Canyon and Soledad, got it.
They don't run over from a helicopter.
Now off of Soledad, continuing westbound away from Magic Mountain.
All right, so he's flying down in Santa Clarita right now. Luckily, though, and I'm not familiar with the traffic patterns in Santa Clarita, but these roads look wide open. The dangerous part of that is he could really
looks like it's brand new, though. It looks like a new area.
And get moving
it's brand new area.
That, again, I'll reemphasize, it's going to be really hard to stop if it has to.
Yeah, the further away he gets from
Cement
the
looks brand new almost.
Traffic is a lot less. Opens up the road, as you mentioned, but at the same time, there's just as much
Cops draw their gun, it's fine. Draw their gun, it's fine. They don't shoot if you're chilling.
In the way here to really get somebody hurt, especially if he continues driving like this, blowing through red lights. And if I really hope we don't see him get back into oncoming lanes of traffic. He jumped over that median without any hesitation whatsoever. And you saw just how close he came to another head-on collision, but at least he's back going he's going eastbound on Soledad.
Uh-oh.
Eastbound
Spoke too
Soledad,
fast, then.
and now making a left turn into what appears to be an apartment complex or a condominium. A U-turn through the entrance there. Now going to, okay, he's going in circles. He's really toying with this officer here, just doing a circle around this group of cars, and he's into this apartment complex now, which I think leads him to a dead end. We'll widen out just a second and see if that's the case. You can see LAPD with their airship overhead, California Highway Patrol on the ground down there, now face-to-face with this CHP officer. He's going for a run. They're both jumping out. Driver and passenger jumping out of the vehicle, running through this apartment complex. Unfortunately, only that one officer that we saw here. Not sure if they're familiar with this complex, if they live in this area. No idea. But in any event, they're running through here.
Bad fence hopping skills. Oh, he's calling.
Waiting for more deputies to arrive on scene.
Holy
I'm not sure
shit.
that one CHP cruiser is going to be able to catch up with them here, but they are continuing to race through these condos here in Santa Clarita. We'll see where this takes them.
All right. Sorry, go ahead, Giovanna.
Just Chris Christie, this is Giovanna Lotta, and alongside Mark Brown, we're joining you now. And what a wild pursuit. These guys are driving, or have been driving, so dangerously, and now we are looking at them running through this complex, putting the people who live here likely in danger.
I mean, no shit.
That's right. Trying to get the name of this apartment complex one more time. But the good news is that LAPD still has their airship overhead. He's able to call out the location and get those officers, even though this is a mutual aid situation. They're going to get the LA County Sheriff's Department involved here as they scale these fences, jumping through backyards, zigzagging their way through this apartment complex. It's now been several minutes since they've lost that initial pursuing officer. Look at this, hiding in the bushes now, looking for any nook or cranny to hide out, thinking they might be able to get away with this. These are two suspects of three. One suspect jumping out of the vehicle, the moving vehicle, earlier in the pursuit, and now these two looking for a hiding spot. But they have just way too many eyes on them at this point, guys.
Yeah, you know, if we can see them, we know the sheriffs can see them, and the LAPD can see them, at least from their airship. They're not getting away. Can you give me some a sense of the location here? We know it's Santa Clarita, and it's a volatile situation. Here's the problem. If you live in this area, they're in they've gone through backyards, and they're going to look to see if there's any open or unlocked doors. If you live here, lock your doors immediately. Lock your doors just as soon as you can. There are two people armed, possibly armed, thought to have been armed, who are now running around in your neighborhood, going through backyards.
One more time, Jay. Yeah, that's right, Mark. Trying to get across street here. We're just off of Soledad Canyon Road, and again, trying to get an exact location. Thank you for that, Jay. Yeah, they're moving towards this pool area. It looks like a pretty big apartment complex. They're on the rear side of it now, just looking for a spot to hide out. Unfortunately, I cannot tell you the name of this side street that they're coming up on. Actually, looks like more of a bike path potentially behind the apartment complex.
Oh, look, there's people there. There's folks there.
Look at this. They're now approaching the pool with people in the pool, people enjoying their Wednesday afternoon.
They're clapping.
And these two are just running right along the pool deck, looking for a hiding spot. We have to remind you, these two are believed to be armed. As they run through here, they're believed to be armed Grand Theft Auto
he's watching TV, 100% watching TV.
That now pose
and now they're
danger
surrendering
to this community, but apparently they see law enforcement within their line of sight here. There's the officers with their guns drawn, approaching the suspects. Thankfully, appears they're finally giving up.
One LAPD, one LA County Sheriff deputy, both approaching these suspects with guns drawn. They immediately drop to the ground. That's the good news. The people in the pool, there was looked like a little girl getting a swimming.
I have a question, guys. What if you did this when you're 15? Do you go to jail?
Out there, they've all cleared the pool. They're out. Everybody's out of harm's way. The little kid being hustled away. Everybody leaving. So they are out of harm's way. No shots have been fired. Those suspects proned out. Now following the orders of the two law enforcement officers from two different agencies who have managed to stop them. This is off Soledad Canyon Road, and we're going to try to get the cross street or that bike path that's nearby. There's a wash
got
that
juveniles.
runs back behind
Yes,
it.
Kurt just came in here and he said he's very familiar with Santa Clarita and told us that it's a bike path that runs along the wash there. But what a relief! I've been so tense watching this. It was just so dangerous how fast they were driving on those roads, going against oncoming traffic, jumping onto sidewalks, zigzagging through cars, and at very
what
high
about the passenger? Does he get any charges?
high speeds. I really believe something bad, that this would end badly, and thankfully these guys surrendered and no one was hurt.
And you saw earlier.
You're right about that, and just to...
Oh, you ran.
Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, no, I was just going to clarify.
Their bike in the bush despawned.
This is the Villa Metro
They should have yelled at scuffed.
apartment complex. They're right behind the main clubhouse. It's a huge apartment complex or housing complex here in Santa Clarita, right along Soledad Canyon, but it's called the Villa Metro is where this all ended up.
All right, that's where that ended, and you saw the earlier video. One of the suspects foot bailing earlier, being dropped off from the moving vehicle. There was another point at which this Cadillac Escalade, it appears, veered into oncoming traffic. The driving has been absolutely erratic and extremely dangerous. This vehicle, probably weighing, what, about 5,000 pounds, maybe more, that just was careening through these streets.
There you go, Doug. We got him.
Even this guy, so he loses the cops, right? But he runs out of gas way up the fucking highway.
You know what?
This guy outruns both cop helis, or Bolton News and cop heli, but then he gets caught anyway because he runs out of gas like a dumb fuck.
And he continues to move. Now keep in mind, this guy is traveling.
Yeah, this guy got caught. He got rolled.
120 miles an hour at some point because.
But you're right though. He did give him a good run. But look at this guy.
This is not. I mean, he's not right on top of him. You know, the pilot. He has this incredible.
This guy went fucking hard.
That can go all the way into that vehicle. That it makes it appear that we're right on top, but we're having
Look at this
a tough
shit.
time keeping up with
You're just fucking zooming it.
But obviously he still continues to pull ahead. We're going to try to keep up with him as long as we can.
Well, I think this is one of the first times where the vehicle has actually outrun the chopper. Yeah. I don't know how other way to put it, but I think that's what's happening here because it's tough to see him and you could see him right there on the far left. He's right there on the shoulder right now, passing that box truck.
The HPD helicopter.
I mean, yeah, this guy is fucking hardcore cooked up, man.
On fuel, so we're out here by ourselves right now.
And he continues to move. Now, keep in mind, this guy is traveling well over 120 miles an hour at some point because our chopper is traveling at a top speed of 120.
Look, the hiding one, dude. We've already seen it before, dude. The guy hiding, it's so bad. What did you even type to get that? Just link it. I'm gonna have to go fucking type it. It's gonna be really cringe looking at this. Okay, criminal hiding under car. Oh my god. Oh shit.
And then you can see it right there, the suspect trying to get into somebody's property or still trying to hide, but doing a very, very poor job of it right there. LAPD coming to a stop. Oh, come on, guys, he's right there. The officer's running right by him. They're going right by him. I'm sorry, Angie, our pilot today, talking on O2, trying to tell the officers that this suspect is right there. And again,
guys, this guy is like a street guy. Is it watch his streams? You can tell.
Tell the officers that this.
It's right there, dude. It's right there. Sorry, sir. You're gonna need some comms on the radio, dude. Where is he? It's right there, dude.
Suspect is right
He's right there. Holy shit.
And again, you just saw that. Oh my goodness, I just feel so bad for those officers making their way back now. It's the blue car. There we go. Somebody's getting the information. Somebody's got to be getting the information. Keep coming around, Ange. Keep coming around. That suspect, unbelievable. We're watching this live, and you have to understand that these officers, they don't know what the information that we know.
They're not metagaming.
But again, that LAPD helicopter just arriving. There you go. Some of those officers must be getting that information. There you go. And now that suspect going into custody. Wow. And they haven't seen him yet. This is unbelievable. There we go. Oh my gosh.
Jesus, dude. Is this Toes?
Brea police really do want to find this Good Samaritan. We're going to show you a freeze frame of him in a moment. He'll be the guy in a cowboy hat. They really want to find him. They say he really helped.
Guys, this could be Toes. Guys, this looks really Toes. Guys, this looks toed out the water, dude. This looks pretty Toes.
This police officer out. On another side of this story also shows how quickly things can change for police officers on patrol. This was just a routine traffic stop, pulling someone over who had an obstructed license plate that quickly turned into something else.
316, he's running through the Home Depot lot.
This video was taken Wednesday in a Home Depot parking lot in La Habra after a Brea police officer tried to pull over a driver for a traffic violation when the ex-football player cop eventually caught up to the running driver. Things quickly escalated.
At this point, the officers pulled the suspect to the ground and they're wrestling, and as they go to the ground, the officer has his gun on his right side, and you can see the suspect's trying to grab for his holster there. In fact, he grabbed so violently that he broke the bolts that hold the handgun to the thigh rig the officer was wearing.
Brea Police Lieutenant Chris Harvey says the suspect even asked this woman who was in the car with him to help him get the officer's gun.
It may sound extreme to say the officer was fighting for his life, but you know, under the circumstances, you have to consider what is the suspect's intention in grabbing the officer's gun. I don't think the suspect was trying to steal the officer's gun. I think he was trying to take the officer's gun to kill him or kill other people. So yeah, that's absolutely a fight for your life.
Thankfully, the woman never intervened, but this Good Samaritan did. And now Brea Police want to know who he is so they can thank him.
One Good Samaritan came over. We don't know who the guy is. He left before we could get his name. We'd really like to talk to him and recognize him for what he did, but he came and helped the officers subdue the suspect. And without him, who knows what would have happened.
Now, while we don't know who that Good Samaritan is, we do know who the suspect is. He has been identified as Gilbert Viaba. He's expected to be in court today. But again, if you know who that Good Samaritan is, talk to him or call Brea Police. They want to find him. They want to thank him. They also say he'd be a good witness in the case. For now, reporting live.
Oh my God, what about this?
Phoenix police say they stopped a potential.
Yeah, what about this? Is Toes? Is any Toes? Crazy police chase, insane kidnapping, possible juicer stop live. Live on air through the pixel of the monitor. Absolutely uncontrollable content. Nuts. But is there any Toes though? Is what we're asking in the chat right now. And we're about to give an answer. Any Toes, boys? Or not?
Kidnapping and ransom during a chase in the East Valley last night. They say two men kidnapped a woman because they wanted money from a relative and were previously involved in criminal activity. But police used an unusual and brand new technique to stop the car, one you've seen before right here on 12 News. Team 12's William Pitts shows us the Grappler.
It's been a few years since we told you about the Grappler, a net that'll basically stop car chases, but now it's been perfected and it's been used. A possible kidnapping stopped in its tracks. Phoenix police stopping a car with two suspects accused of kidnapping a woman overnight. An officer hauling away a bunch of yellow nylon bands. Cops only saying it was a mechanical grappler device. That device is called the Grappler, and it was invented by Leonard Stock in Peoria.
We're still in our first year, and it's been fantastic with the agencies that are using it, and we're very excited that Phoenix is one of them.
We met Leonard a few years ago when he had a prototype and an awesome commercial.
The superior way to end a pursuit.
What he didn't have was an actual product.
When the videos were going viral, we had agencies emailing, calling, saying, hey, how can we get a hold of one?
Here's how it works. The net drops down and the cops drive up to the fleeing car. The net goes over the back tire, wraps around it, and stops it. The police car hits the brakes and the grappler stays attached like a lasso.
We pull these pins out.
Fast forward 3 years and the grappler is in departments across the country. It's been redesigned to hide in plain sight, looking just like the front bumper of a cop car.
We have several agencies that are using it. There are approximately 30 captures out in the field.
In fact, you've seen it before, even if you don't know it. In this pursuit video 12 News obtained earlier this year, that's a grappler on the front of a police cruiser. stopping the chase car on the freeway. Stock says it's better than a pit maneuver where a car could skid out of control, putting people in danger.
In the pursuit from last night, there was someone innocent in the vehicle, and so a pit maneuver or some of the other techniques may not have been appropriate.
That looks kind of busted.
He's only been selling the grappler for a year. Stock's hoping it's the next big thing in police gear. William Pitts, 12 News.
I mean, guys, I know how it works, chat, with government stuff. But could the government technically just yoink the idea and just do it? I know there's patents. But if it's the government, then they put it on cop cars and shit. Couldn't they just yoink it? No, that they have to buy from the guy? They have to buy from the sucker? That's not bad. Australian DUI guy.
Lost job, car
Guys,
broke,
it's
house
the,
collapsed, anyways,
I was voting this on stream.
Sense when it comes to finding impaired drivers.
This is a classic.
And at an RBT lineup in Newcastle,
They're gonna get that? Seven. Didn't want to come in.
one moment's hesitation puts this driver under the spotlight.
Bring him in. Just push him down the end. Just pulled up short.
But with multiple units on standby, there's nowhere to run.
Evening, driver. Yeah, my name's Andrew Gilmore from Newcastle Highway Patrol. Have you had anything to drink this evening?
I have.
How many drinks have you had today, sir?
I had 2 bourbon and cokes at Shoal Bay Country Club around 5 o'clock.
Yep.
Hello chat, today is my birthday. Can I get an xQc team?
Is that all?
It's my favourite
You've had a few more since then, have you?
I've got a long neck here with me.
And you've been drinking in the car, have you? You understand that's an offence, sir?
Only if I'm over, isn't it?
No, you're not allowed to drink any alcohol in a motor vehicle whatsoever. It's an offence. So where's the long neck?
Yeah.
How much of that have you had? Pull it out. It's nearly half gone.
That's from Anna Bay.
Damien bought a long neck mixer of bourbon and cola to keep him company on the 3-hour drive to Sydney.
So you're drinking Woodstock bourbon whilst you're driving? That's not real good, is it?
And that's just topping up on what he had at the club.
When was your last sip?
Probably about 15 minutes ago.
Is that the only other bourbon that you've consumed apart from the 2 at Shoal Bay?
Yeah.
All right.
Having already admitted to drinking whilst driving, Damien is put straight on the tube.
What I need you to do, put your lips right around and blow. No. Not hard. Nice and steady. Right, just pretend you're blowing up a balloon, but just nice and steady. You don't have to blow the actual backside out of it, okay? And lips around, blow. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Thank you, that's fine.
Officer Gilmore's gut instinct is that Damien will blow over. And the result shocks everyone.
Appear that he might be very well trying.
On his
Keep going.
long journey home could now come to a screeching halt. Or maybe not.
How can that be?
That's what I don't understand. But definitely showing up 0.
Regardless of the 0 result, Officer Gilmore is not impressed.
Why would you drink and drive?
I'm going to Sydney, so I just thought...
But why would you drink alcohol whilst you're driving?
It's not going to intoxicate me.
How do you know? Any bit of alcohol, especially that amount of alcohol, is going to have some effect. Have you got a drinking problem?
I mean...
No.
I mean...
my daughter at Anna Bay.
You guys, usually I'm on the side of silence. This one he says he's not going to intoxicate. I mean, he's right.
And the bottle shop was there. I thought, oh, I just have a bourbon on my way to Sydney.
Suspicious the breathalyzer might be faulty, Officer Gilmore isn't taking any chances.
I have to apologise, but I'm going to have to retest you. I believe that the machine that I've got, there might be something wrong with it, okay?
I like the first reading.
Well, I can understand that. Look, what I need you to do, lips around.
Same again.
And blow nice and steady. Go ahead now, blow. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Stop now, thank you.
This second test should set the record straight.
No, it's all fine. Can you just hop out of the car for me, please?
You don't want me to pull up?
No, I just want you to hop out.
Damien says he's had a drink, there's an open bottle of bourbon on the seat, and he's still blue zero. So, could the drinking story be a red herring to mask something else?
Have you had any other substance this evening?
Nope.
Nothing at all?
Nope.
It's just I'm looking at your eyes and they just don't look right.
Ah, come on, man.
I'm fine. I just drove from Sydney to Newcastle, spent 2 hours with my daughter. Now I got to drive home. Maybe you can test me for whatever.
Here's the best Australian police arrest.
Do you have any
You're
illicit
welcome.
substances
Link.
whatsoever?
No, mate, I got to drive back home.
No, that's not the issue. I'm saying a lot of people, they're tired, take illicit substances to make sure that they can drive further and further and further.
No.
In Newcastle.
Slightly died and put, you know, our families in jeopardy on the road. You haven't had any illicit substances whatsoever?
No, mate, I got to drive back home.
No, that's not the issue. I'm saying a lot of people...
What do I think? I don't know. I mean, if you can't prove anything, there's nothing going on, he's not doing a rear, then I mean...
Nice hat today, Mr. Cow. Also 40 months.
I mean...
Just over here, Dickie. Just walk up here. Can you do me a favour? Just walk right across to those officers in a straight line and then turn around and come back for me, thank you.
In the absence of a drug testing kit, police put Damien through his paces, the old-fashioned way.
All right. Just take your finger and point, close your eyes and try and point it into your nose. All right. You seem okay.
I'm fine.
All right, mate. Look, infringement for that, and then you'll be on your way. But
how much is the infringement?
$150.
$300, I think.
Nah.
Oh, mate, you can't drink and drive. That's just silly. We've got to understand that no matter what alcohol we drink, we can't drink it on a motor vehicle. You could put yourself in a position where, you know, you could lose everything. If you haven't got a lid with that, then I'd like you to dispose of it, because I'm not going to let you drive with that in the car again and then take the bottle with you. Thank you very much. All right, mate.
Expensive lesson?
I think it should be an expensive lesson, mate. You put yourself at risk and others at risk by doing that, okay?
Nice to meet you, Andrew. I wish it had been under better circumstances.
Take it easy. The last thing I was going to do is let him have that bottle so we can have another drink. Hopefully he's learnt from it.
Been watching since r/place feels strong man.
70% of the accidents are caused by drunk people. Yeah, but you don't get it though. The likeliness of being a drunk driver and a drunk driver in an accident are much higher than sober in an accident. How hard is this to understand? Like, you're using stats in the wrong, like a fucking Facebooker, okay? Delete your fucking Facebook account, get a fucking hobby, stay in school, read a book, and stop writing some fucking dumb shit, you fucker. What is wrong with you, man? What is this? Body cam shows evidence of cannabis-laced food serving at wedding.
Supposedly, your food had cannabis inside of it when your guests eat it. Did you guys authorize that?
I have no idea.
Yeah, is this toes or not?
Just confirming it's not Seminole still?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Jesus Christ, that is fucking cooked up, man.
Hey, are you guys with the catering? You guys with catering?
Yeah, we're just putting stuff away.
Yeah, don't put anything away yet. You can take that back inside, bud.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
We all have been affected somehow by what was put in the food. And
yeah, we're trying to figure out who put it in the food.
That is not okay though.
The bride and groom are right across here.
That's who we gotta talk to.
Okay.
Thank you.
Awesome. Quick.
I got to
Is
get
it-
to get
is it-
what would you suggest I do?
Well, I would not drive in your condition, so
No,
you'd probably want to take like an
How
Uber,
far
yeah.
away are they?
Bride and groom?
Yes.
Your bride and groom?
Yes, sir.
That sounds like a
Okay, couple
lawsuit.
questions for you.
Yes, sir.
Apparently,
Guys,
supposedly...
edibles are no joke. You're not wrong. Okay. Now you can't overdose in the way you overdose on other drugs. It's not the same thing. It's not the same sort of.
Your
Okay, don't
food
spread
had
misinformation.
cannabis inside of it when your guests eat it. Did you guys authorize that?
I have no idea.
Guys,
I just need
guys, I have these videos, okay? But I don't like misinformation, okay, guys? I don't like pausing and saying shit like that because I think it's important to at least spread some actual awareness, okay? Okay? I think when you think about overdose in terms like these, okay? I think you could research things like LD50, which would be the lethal dose at 50% of the population, right? And I could be wrong, okay? But I'm sure the LD50 for weed, you wouldn't even be able to physically eat enough or consume enough for you to even get there. I could be wrong though.
Yes or no, man? Did you guys authorize it for the catering company to have cannabis placed in the food, edibles, whatever the case may be?
No, sir.
Okay. I just need both of your IDs, so your license. Who are you to them?
He's the band. I'm just trying to.
Band guy? Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm
So-
trying
No, but I was at the bride and groom denied authorizing the use of marijuana in the food.
No, I need their IDs,
Yes,
though.
sir.
We have people complaining of being sick and everything else, and
Is it everybody or is
that's
it?
a lot of people. At least there's 3 or 4 people right now.
Because
Yeah.
I just walked our daughter home and came back and I saw all these trucks here and I was like, everyone was like, what's going on? What's going on? Some people said a couple of people weren't feeling well or something like that. But
Oh no, they know. They fucking know for sure.
The way that we're getting it is that people think that the food was laced with cannabis. This is what we're trying to figure out. If it was, it was, but we're trying to figure out who placed that cannabis there.
Right.
Whether it was the caterers on their own accord or if it was with their permission or what happened.
It could have been. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. People here are, consume marijuana.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's. I think people.
Yeah, so people are hypersensitive, dude. And when you think about stuff like maybe some other suckers in there, dude, or maybe older, whatever, okay, and they have a bad reaction or whatever, and they get a panic, okay, and they have a heart condition, yeah, they might just die. Literally, they might just actually die.
I wouldn't be surprised if people had like their own edibles, but as
Yeah.
far as
If people had their own personal and they're
people not
ingesting it,
knowing about
that's one thing.
That's what I'm kind of a little.
But if somebody put it in the food for everybody, including minors or whatever the case might be, then that's where the problem kind
Guys,
of lies.
as I'm gonna be anecdotal, Andy, okay, but one of my friends is a bit like me, okay, a bad reaction to fucking weed over, and he gets panic, okay, and he had a panic that was so fucking heavy when he went to the hospital, it was giving them readings of fucking heart attack. It was actually fucking busting, like actually fucking busting. And I think if you're like old and like heart conditions, yeah, you could possibly die, man.
So if you don't mind, just I know
panic is
you
no
might not have
panic
your
is no
wallet
joke,
on
man.
you, but
I do, sir.
If you can get your ID
Not a
for
fake
us
story.
at some point,
Yes,
that'd be great.
absolutely.
Yeah, fire department's seen about 3 more people up at the entrance that aren't feeling good. So everyone's yeah.
Man.
Might be transporting a couple more people to the hospital because of this.
Yeah.
So.
You're a pussy? Okay, well when people die, I mean, listen.
Was there any food taken from here?
You being okay with drugging people is just kind of weird, I think. I think that's like one of your most terrible take of some of you chatters. You being okay with people lacing drugs into fucking the food, people that are unknowingly taking it, is fucking disastrous. That's just fucking zero
Hello?
IQ, dude.
Felix?